Welcome everybody back for some more TimberBorn on the channel. You join me after we have completed the bot making buildings, not process, but bot making buildings. And we have our first bot who is they were just aimlessly wandering around the world, I guess. We have tons of potatoes, tons of carrots, tons of berries and stuff, but I would like to expand upon that by going over to this little island here and making... Can we do bread? Can't remember if we can do bread. I think we can do bread. There's two things I actually wanted to do in today's episode. One was bread, even though I actually forgot that we could even do bread. We need to be able to get to this quite easily. This is going to require some stuff. Right, let's go ahead and get this temporary construction in, which will obviously bring the beavers over here, like so. And then we can do the secondary objective, which is one of these, which we will turn into a bot one. That can do all this, like so. That will get that constructed, and then we can mark all these trees for cutting all the way up until there. And then hopefully this can reach. Nope, not quite all the way, but that can all get built up as fast as we like, really. Then the bot can come over here, start demolishing all of these trees and stuff, and then we can plant a massive wheat field on here, basically. Utilizing these power shafts. Actually, we will want to connect it like this, actually. Trying to think, the bad water won't come down this water path. It's just not going to be the end of the world. How big is a farmhouse? So like that, and then we want to put a zip line in here. And now another path along that bit there, and wheat everywhere else. So that refinery was in a bad place. Because I didn't realise that the stairs were in the way. But what I wanted to do was that, and then press F, and it would have rotated the whole door to the other side. I'm in drought. Okay, so in a drought, this doesn't move. And the network supply is not good enough. Okay, we need to build one of my gravity battery walls for this area. But obviously today's episode is focusing on something else. We also need to build a dam across here. Dam needs to be placed across there. That's a temporary measure, really, more than anything else. And all of this can be constructed. And this. They're coming from here to there, so then we gotta go dink, dink, dink. That will work. Alright, temporarily that's that. So I don't know how this guy's going to get around to doing it. But this is dormant during droughts, which is the negative. We've only got 3 gear workshops. Put him in there and then gears will get made faster. It means more bots will get made faster. So on and so forth. Actually going to turn 2 of these gear workshops into bot ones. Because then they'll work through the night. And then we have plenty of other things anyway. This is all full of pine resin, which is brilliant. This will get constructed. What I'll do is come back to you guys once this is constructed, and then I can explain what we're going to do next. Right then, so it's been a little while, and the area down here is now finished and constructed, along with these little barriers in place to help stop the bad tide sort of affecting anything. Now we've got the zip line in place, we can now actually unlock both of these. These guys will have nothing to do temporarily because obviously I haven't planted any wheat yet. We can now get rid of this path that goes all the way there. All we need is this bit here. We don't even need this little bit here, like so. Would have been better if I'd turned that building around the other way, but this will work. So what we can now do here is go ahead and plant all of the wheats. These guys can actually plant in the whole entire area, which is really, really cool. So do a bit of that and that. These guys will then come to work, hopefully, and start planting all that wheat like so. Now this wheat will be stored over here, so you can actually plant in this little weird area here. But the wheat will then be stored in this massive silo here, which is going to be on obviously the other side of that area. Where is the wheat? Yes. So the wheat will be stored in there. Then on this side here, we're going to go ahead and obviously get in the grist mills. It's into the food tab, Tom. The grist mills, which then turn all that into stuff that we can actually use. And then we need a bakery. We're going to have 2 of those in here. I'm pretty sure they don't need power, but it's not the end of the world that they are connected to power. And then we'll go like that and like that. That connects them all up. And then we will have a large one there and a large one here. This one will have the flour in it, which is what these turn the wheat into, and then this will store the output product of bread. That is the whole of the system constructed. Now, this obviously comes down here, turns all this nice area into lush green area that we can actually build on. This is going to be a problem because they can't do anything in this area here. And what we can do is that and that, and then that will also get constructed. Obviously they're going to go ahead and build all this, hopefully, fingers crossed, as well. Might as well get this on pause as well. Don't need to put anyone in there just yet, but it'll be good to have somebody in there anyway. Next position for the bots, obviously we now have 10. We have 10? No, we have 13. There's 10 in there, and then there's 1 free, so I don't know where the other guy's gone. Oh, he's in the gear workshops. I put some bots in the gear workshops because I thought that would be better for them to do. Right. Got a drought approaching, which will allow us to test some things. But for now, let's wait for all this stuff to grow up. And again, a short while later, everything has been constructed. Now, these guys are waiting for me to put these into making the wheat flour. And obviously make sure these are then obviously prioritized by haulers. The wheat will then come from here. I have just realized that these guys do have to walk quite a way to get to where they need to be. But these will start making the wheat flour, and then with the wheat flour they can start making the bread. Like so. Now, obviously, the next sort of food we need to look at is obviously the crackers and the maple pastries, because I want these guys to be basically able to eat everything. Now, they can eat the flour, they can make the flour, and then they can bake the bread in here. I'm not too worried about anything really. Like, they're literally going to start making bread today as we speak in game. But just waiting for this one here to be made without the planks, which we're apparently struggling for now, which is not good. And we're also struggling for the planks over here as well. So, might be worth going ahead and getting the bots in here. I want 1 spare bot. So we also have 32 beavers doing nothing as well. Because we have also constructed, if I go over here, more beaver homes. So yeah, there's a lot of beavers not doing a whole lot, which is not good, because they should really be doing a lot. Like research or making more potatoes. Or cutting down trees and all that sort of stuff. But let's turn this back on. Let's get them making this So there, and the mine is then ready. This is a really cool little reservoir that I made. So bread is now made. We're 80 bread already. The bread is something that's, it's kind of like a last sort of thing that you do in the game. But like, once you have it, you basically never run out of food, which is pretty cool. But monuments. Let's start getting these monuments going. So I don't actually have enough science for this. These 1,000. Hence why I've turned the. Hence why I'm going to do this. So scientists can go. We can make some of those. We can make a farm, I think, which can go here. We actually need 2 of these, to be fair, because we've got too many homes. So one will go there, and one will go probably there. That one covers basically all of them. That one covers all of them. See what I mean? So that'd be good. Actually, to get up there, they need to go past it anyway, so I think one being there would be good anyway, because they just walk past that to get up there anyway. 22 beavers, not doing anything. Not good. Probably means we can start putting more beavers in these. Obviously, we really reduced a lot of stuff, so let's actually also put... Ooh, that's not what I wanted. We want a hauling post. But we want the hauling post to be like here. So, planks. We're still struggling for planks. And scrap metal. Bread is good. Bread is good. 200 bread, 2,000 potatoes, 300 carrots, plus these are producing biofuel with all of that as well. Bots are being made pretty regularly. The next thing I want to do is make the bots, if that makes sense. That makes no sense. I want to make it so the bots produce themselves, basically. This is going to need a water for this monument, isn't it? So that's going to have to go in there. This is okay to go over here as well, to be fair. Come on, scientists, let's do this. We should have the science for this today. Should actually make it and get built by the end of the day as well. So pop that in there. All the bots will come over and start building that anyway, so that's okay. It also only just takes logs, so it's not end of the world stuff. In fact, we can keep that selected. So yeah, you can see we're putting logs and stuff in there now. Wheat's coming along nicely. We've got plenty of places to store the wheat as well. I think this is probably the next thing we want to build as well after the log storage. Some more beavers in here and stuff. There's 96 of them in the world. And the water stuff's not going down because we've got these massive water pumps in here going. It's weird how like some of it's green, some of it's not green. But like see, that's too far. Oh, it's not too far. There we go. Makes that a little bit easier for them to get to work. Obviously making it so everything works a bit better is hard, because the further you go away from your starter area, the more time it's going to take to get around. But the zip lines make it easier because you don't have to walk very far, you see. It is important. So that's a statue built, yeah. No, but it nearly is. Well, plenty of wood for it, so I'm not too worried about that. The bob production is good, the bread production is good as well. Plenty of bread. Actually, know what they'd be lacking? Probably power. There we go. Highest well-being score. With the iron teeth. No, we ain't got iron teeth. These are the Fugtails. That's because the monument's done. And obviously they come this way all the time to go to bed and stuff, so that's obviously going to make everyone happy in this particular area. I actually am going to go ahead and build another one up here, so that when they sleep, they're getting affected by it, like, twice, if that makes sense. Because, see, this one reaches here. Now the whole area is going to be able to be reached. So that's okay, the bots will get that done pretty quickly as well, which will be good to go. But anyway, guys, that's all I've got time for in today's episode. Hope you guys did enjoy. We now have wheat and bread underway. Hopefully this area doesn't end up flooding with bad water and everyone dies, but this worked at the top here as well. Nice lush area as well. Plenty of wheat going in here, plenty of flour, plenty of bread being stored, and all is good. Well, hopefully, anyway. Some of this stuff is going to take a little while to go, be built. Stuff, I don't really want that workplace to be like that, but I want the building to be built fast. I also want this building to be built pretty fast as well, but it's waiting for scrap metal. Scrap metal is something we don't really have much of. Although I am a little bit confused as to why these guys aren't doing what they should do. So he's going to work now. Alright, cool. So he is still working. And there's a decent amount of scrap metal in there, so that's good. We want this to be beavers, please. There we go. We got plenty of beaver haulers now. So we got basically 20 haulers around the whole thing. 20 in here, 10 in there, and 10 bots over here. And of course, in the next episode, let's unlock this. So we need 10,000 for that, and 5,000 for that. So we need 15,000 science for the next episode, which I will sit and I will wait for it to be made patiently. But I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.